Hello PokeTubers, I'm Tyler, and this is my co-host Aloha and Raichu, and welcome to the PokeTube studio. And welcome to another episode of Will They Be a 10? Will They Be a 10 is where we send cards into a grading service, which I believe will be using SGC again because they are the most reputable grading service right now that has a decent turnaround time with a decent price that's not going to cost me an arm and a leg. So, but anyways, we send off these cards to be graded. And Will They Be a 10? We go over all the cards. I try to show you the cards in as much detail as possible so we together can decide what we think the grade will be. I'll give you my estimate, you can give me your estimates. So it's a lot of fun, and I'm really excited to be doing another episode so quickly after we just actually did one of these not too long ago. Before we get into the cards, I'm going to tell you they grade on 4 different spectrums. They go off surface, corners, edges, and centering. So they grade on those 4. Yeah, that's 4. I can count. They grade on those 4 categories. So without further ado, though, I got 8 cards, and I'm very, very excited to show you guys. We're going hunting for some 10s. Last time we got brutally beat up, so I'm really hoping for some 10s in this go around. So without further ado, like I said, let's go into the camera down here and I'll show you the cards. I'll turn on the light here so we can get some better lighting, and hopefully you guys will be able to see them a little bit better. That was kind of loud. Alright, so first card here is a holographic Japanese Erica's Viola Plume. Now, checking this one over, and I cannot find a single scratch in this one. This one is amazing, amazing condition. There is a little swirl right there, if you can see that. Hopefully, you can see that. This one is just an amazing condition, and I'm very excited about this one because the centering on it is even amazing. I would say perfect centering on the front anyways, and turn on the back, and the centering on the back even looks very nice. There is no whitening in the corners or the edges that I could find at all. If you guys find one, let me know, but I cannot find any whitening whatsoever. This card is immaculate, I will not lie, and it actually came from this little theme deck right here. I'll show you guys down here as well. This little theme deck right here, so pretty cool to be in such amazing condition. I am starting off strong with this one and predicting a SGC 10. I know, we usually don't get so lucky. I've only gotten 1 10 ever in my lifetime of grading cards, so it's going to be really hard to get 10, and to go with the very first one and projecting a 10, it's a bold move. It's a bold move, Colin. Let's see how it pays off, but I'm super excited about that one. So, the next one here is actually Ancient Mew card, and this one's really special to me because this is the first card that my wife ever bought me, and I don't know if we were actually married at the time, but this is the first time that she ever showed any interest or cared about my Pokemon card collection, and I know it drives her crazy because it's a lot. But this card's special because this is the first time that she showed any kind of financial support anyways. And I'm super excited about this one. The centering on it, though, is not perfect. It's a little off from right to left on the front, but I did not find any scratches on it whatsoever on the front. It's absolutely beautiful here on the front. The only thing that is, it looks like there's maybe a slight print line, or maybe a scratch going right in between the eyes of the Mew, and I don't know if you'll be able to even see it, but it's right there. I don't know if they'll be able to see it. It's so light there, but it looks like that to me there is something there. I want to say it's a print line of some sort because it's so straight and doesn't look like a scratch, but that is there, and that might be docket if they see it. Center in the back. Center in the back is a little bit better than it is on the front. Maybe slightly off from right to left. I did notice there is looks like a little scratch thing here in the corner, which that'll maybe dock a little bit. It's not a crease though. It's not creased at all, but checking out the edges and the corners, there's absolutely no whitening that I could see at all. It's a beautiful card, but with the centering being a little off, I think the centering is a 9.5 maybe, and that little scratch in the corner, I'm giving the Ancient Mew a solid SGC 9. If it gets a 9.5, even better. I'll be super excited. Alright, next card here is a holographic Japanese magneton. We actually pulled this one on this channel, so kind of excited about that. Centering on the front anyways is not perfect. It is a little off from right to left. Centering up and down and everything all the way around is pretty good, but a little off from right to left. I was checking earlier, I could not find any scratches on the holo. Holo is absolutely beautiful. Turning around on the back, centering is much better on the back. Maybe a little off from left to right, which would make sense with it on the front, but I would say it's definitely better centering on the back. Checking out earlier, but for whitening on the edges or in the corners, I could not find any. Beautiful looking card. Not a lot of damage. Like I said, we're going for 10s. We want at least 1 10 out of these 8 cards I believe that I have. You gotta get 1 10. With magneton, with the centering, I'm going a solid SGC 9.5. Again, it could be wrong. If we were going based off the last submission, it could come back as a 7. So we'll see. But we're going with the 9.5 on the magneton. All right, next card here is a holographic Venusaur EX Crystal. Crystal Guardian, sorry. This is a card that I actually purchased. I'm just super excited. It's a beautiful card. I love Venusaur is one of my favorite cards. I don't know why, but they are. This one's a pretty good condition. The centering on it is really nice on the front. I wouldn't say it's perfect. Maybe a little off from top to bottom, a little off from right to left, but it's so hard to tell. I've seen so much worse centering get a perfect 10, so I'm going to say centering on the front, solid 9.5. Centering on the back, again, a solid probably 9.5. There is a little white mark in the top right corner up here. Some whitening down here in the bottom left, and it looks like there is a little mark on the surface right there. Hopefully, I don't know if you guys will be able to see it or not. Let me know if you do. A little bit of marks on the surface up here in the corner, and it looks like there is a little scratch on here. This one's definitely not perfect. Yep, and it looks like a little bit of whitening down here in this bottom left corner too. But I'm pointing this out to you guys, but it's not horrible whitening at all, and the surface marks aren't bad at all, but they are gonna mark it down for that. So let's go back to here, the holographic on the Venusaur. I could not find any scratches earlier. I'm trying to see if I can see any scratches on it now. Yeah, I don't see any scratches on the Venusaur. I gotta say, Venusaur coming back. I want to give it a 9 so bad, but I'm going to give it an 8.5 for the EX Crystal Guardians holographic Venusaur. Alright, so what do we got? 10 for the Erica's Viola Plume. We got a 9 for the Ancient Mew. We got a 9.5 for the holographic Magneton, and an 8.5 so far for the Venusaur EX Crystal Guardians. Alright, next card here. Yes, I know I already have one of these graded, but I'm going to get this one graded because I think it's in even better condition than the other one I have. The other one I have is an SGC 8. This one I'm hoping for a little bit better, obviously. It's a first edition holographic Aerodactyl pre-release. Centering on the front looks really nice. It's maybe slightly off from right to left, but again, I'm 9.5 for centering at least. It's not bad enough to the point where I feel like it would get worse than that. Scratches on the holo, let's go with that. There are some minor scratches on it. I'm trying to see if I can see them on here so I can point them out to you. It looks like there is some print line right down here, but the Aerodactyl covers up most of it. There's a little minor scratch right there. There's some minor scratching over here. It's not bad scratching. It's not like it's really bad, and I know that you guys have to kind of guess without really being able to see them because I can hardly see them, so I can only imagine on a camera. You guys can hardly see them, but scratching is very minor, nothing bad. Up on the top, you do see a little bit of whitening across the edging up here. A little bit of whitening down here, but there is not much whitening corners are looking really nice. Just some minor whitening marks up on the edges. Very minor. There's maybe no real corner whitening very much, just mostly on the edges, I would say. Centering on the back. Centering on the back looks really nice. I would say perfect centering on the back. With very good centering, some minor scratching wear, some very minor white marks on the surface, on the edges, I should say. Sorry. I'm going to give Mr. First Edition Holographic Pre-Release Aerodactyl a 9. Going with a 9. Like I said, the other one's an 8. I'm just hoping really to get a better grade than that one. Because then otherwise I have other plans with it. But we're going with a solid SGC 9 for the Aerodactyl. Alright, next one up here is we have a holographic dark Vaporeon, which I actually pulled this one on the channel as well. Centering on the front, let's start with that. A little off from right to left, not bad again. I'd say 9, maybe a 9.5 for centering. Actually, it's a little off from top to bottom as well, so I would say 8.5 actually. Let's go 8.5 to 9 on the centering. Scratches on the hollow. I mean, I checked these all out before making this video too, so that way I have a little bit of educated talking, you would say. So it wouldn't sound silly when I was trying to look at these and talk to you guys at the same time. But centering, I mean hollow, there is like actually absolutely no scratches I can find, no print lines. Beautiful, beautiful looking hollow. There's some white, but it's like the wind marks in the hollow. And normally I wouldn't be worried about it. With SGC though, they don't do a lot of Pokemon cards, so I'm hoping they realize that's actually part of the card. It's not scratches. There's like some breeze, wind marks in the hollow. You can see them. It's like it was around here and up here. They're not scratches. It's actually part of the design of the card. Flipping it over though, centering on the back again a little off from left to right and a little off from top to bottom. Actually, no, centering on the top to bottom is pretty good. But yeah, again a little off from right to left. Check out the edges and the corners. I cannot find any whitening whatsoever. Perfect looking card, perfect condition. I mean, we pulled it on the channel. It should be good if we put it right into a sleeve. I want to give this one a 10, but with the centering being the way it is, it could come back as an 8.5 on the centering. If everything else gets a 10, I mean, we're looking at probably a 9.5. So we're going a solid, not the SGC 9.5 for dark Viola Plume. Alright, so we got 2 more cards here. Next up is a Japanese Kangaskhan, and this one was actually pulled on the channel as well. My sister pulled it in the video that we did when we were at the beach on vacation. And again, this is another perfect, beautiful looking card. Centering on the front is ever so slightly off from left to right maybe. But again, I would say a 9.5 on centering on the front anyways. I was checking out the hollow earlier. I cannot find any print lines, any scratches on the hollow. These Japanese cards, man, they're made so well that you have a better chance of not having print lines or scratches on these ones versus like English. So that's one reason why I really like Japanese cards. But yeah, like I said, no print lines, no scratches on the hollow that I could find. Just centering off, just ever so off on the front. Check out the centering on the back. Yeah, a little off from right to left to correspond with the centering on the front. Might even be a little off from top to bottom on the back. I'd say 9.5 for centering. Checking out the edges and the corners. I could not find any whitening whatsoever. This is another beautiful looking card. I'm going with the centering again. I want to give it a 10, but I'm going to go with a solid 9.5 SGC, 9.5 for the holographic Kangaskhan. Alright, and the last card here is a holographic Japanese Electabuzz. And again, this one was pulled on this channel. So a lot of cards pulled on this channel, which I'm very excited. I always love grading cards that I actually pulled. It makes it a lot more fun, a lot more personal for me. I checked out the holo earlier on this one. Again, there was no front lines, no scratches that I could see on Mr. Electabuzz. Lieutenant Sarge's Electabuzz, I should mention. Centering is off from right to left. That's about it. I would say 9 centering on the front. Turning it over here, centering on the back is a lot better than it is on the front. Checking out the edges and the corners here, I cannot find any white marks whatsoever. This is again just another beautiful card. We're really aiming for some 10s on this go around. I really need a positive turnaround on some grading cards because it's been pretty bad. We've been pretty beat up lately, so I really am hoping that we can get some good grades here. Yeah, so with Mr. Lieutenant Sergeant's Electabuzz, with the centering, I'm going to give it another solid SGC 9.5. Again, all these ones with the 9.5, a solid SGC 9.5, if they came back as a 10, I would not be surprised. I just don't know how bad they're going to knock it for centering. I really don't know. Alright, so turn this down again. Just want to thank you all for watching. Stay tuned, we should have these back here, I would say within a month. So I should have a video here of are they a 10? And we'll reveal the grades. And I like to, you know, I don't look at the grades, I don't see the grades until I make the video, so we all get to see the grades at the same time. That's what makes it a little bit more fun. Yeah, so if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Give it a thumbs up if you want me to continue doing this kind of series. I think it's really fun. If you guys think it's kind of boring though, I can just let you know. I don't have to make a video out of it, but I think it's kind of fun to go over the cards with you guys and we can kind of guess together what grades my cards are going to get. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. We are doing a huge giveaway at 1,600 subscribers, so hit the subscribe button so you can get a chance to win some really cool stuff. And also, as always, please thunder punch that notification bell, and that way you'll know when we get the cards back and we get to show you the grades. Alright, thank you everyone. Thank you.